From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
White 20. Check. Walk 54. Come off the ball.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground game here. Gurley, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got to step it up.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now on second down, this is Gurley. Down to the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. Goff now looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Back. Kill.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike's by 4. Okay, double up.
This is Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Alert. 54. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Gone. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check 9. Wide. Get wide. One foot.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.